Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday, and I have the option of getting an extra monthly video as a thank you for joining me on my Patreon page and supporting me there. You can check that out through the link in my bio and the different options there. Not the link in my bio because this is not Instagram. The link down in the description. Today's review is Plum paper. Now, I have done many Plum paper reviews. In fact, when I started this channel, I was using Plum paper myself. And so I have an entire Plum paper playlist, and I have a 2020 comprehensive Plum paper review. But guess what they didn't have yet then, or that I didn't get in that review? I think it came out shortly after that I did that review, their Discbound option. We're going to talk all about their Discbound option. And they also have something else new. Well, they have several things, but the other big thing is a new color scheme. So the only color schemes they had before were they're colorful or they're neutral. And I will get my old ones to show you those color schemes and compare, but now they have what they call a modern color scheme. It is my favorite of all their color schemes, and I am so glad they came out with a new color scheme because it had been years of the old color scheme. Before we jump into here, I want to let you know I do not have an affiliate link with Plum Paper, and I do not have any discount code. The only way that Plum Paper would give me a $10 off for you guys for your first purchase is if I emailed it out separately. Like each person would have to email me the request, and I would have to email you the link separately. And my bandwidth for that in my life is just, I don't have that right now as a homeschooling mom and running this channel on the side. So I asked them if there was any other way my followers could get that discount without me having to email out each person separately. My contact there told me that if you emailed Plum Paper and you just said you're from Amanda's Favorites, and she said that if you emailed them, they would email you the $10 off link. If it's your first purchase only, this is for first-time customers. Then she said that they would do that. So all you have to do is email Plum Paper, tell them you're from Amanda's Favorites, and that you would like the first-time customer $10 off link. All right, let's jump in. I feel like I've told you guys all about Plum Paper before because, like I said, I have an entire playlist and I did a really comprehensive 2020 review. But there are new things. One of the new things that they threw in was this daily notepad. Now, they have had daily notepads before. This is just a new design. I love the flowers on the top. It is amazing thick paper. It feels exactly like their planner paper, which is 80-pound Mohawk planner paper. They say which is custom made for them. They have a very smooth paper. It is not slick, but some might call it slick because it is like as smooth as silk, and it really feels like writing on butter type of thing. It's very smooth. But on this daily notepad, they have today's priorities, 3, and then a to-do list. You have room for several appointments, like up to 6 or 7 appointments. You write the date, circle the day, a call or email list, tracking 3 habits for the day, tracking your water for the day, and a note section. I love the happy colors in this notepad. I also love having an undated daily notepad for those people that you don't use or need a daily planner, and just sometimes on a busy day you need it. Or some people I know, even for their job, they do use it almost every day of the week, Monday through Friday, but they prefer not to have a daily planner with their weekly planner. They just prefer to use a daily notepad to just be done with that day, tear it off, and be over with. And honestly, this paper is so thick that I would say you could save the teared off sheets and torn off sheets and just use the back for just random notes. You know, I keep scrap paper in my kitchen for random notes or things I want to write down when I'm down there to remember, come record in a more permanent place. That could be like scrap paper for you. So they do have lots of different products like these daily notepads. They also have some awesome sticker options. They have a sticker subscription also. Like this is their January collection with really cute January stickers in it. I'm not going to open because January's over. And a winter sticker pack, an autumn sticker pack, and just like inspirational stickers. So they have a lot of different options. We will just open the autumn. And I don't know why I said I won't open the January because it's over, but I'll open the autumn because for some reason I can never get too much autumn. So here is their autumn sticker pack. Really cute colors and cute little pictured stickers you can stick on your weekly layout, and functional stickers too. Very cute. I'm going to have to remember to use these in my Planner Perfect in autumn or in my weekly layout because they're so cute. Okay, so they have lots of sticker options, sticker subscriptions, lots of other products. Really cute holiday paper clips they sent me. I love these. This little pack had a leaf, a pumpkin, and a Christmas tree. Definitely, if you're checking out Plum paper, check out all those options. Now, before we jump into the full walkthrough and the Discbound, I want to show you the color options. The neutral was in my video from 2020. This is the neutral option. This is their colorful option that they've had for many years. So if you're getting colorful, this is your colorful option. It's kind of an ombre effect, so it stays around the same color for 3 months, which you have to be okay with. Personally, that's not my favorite thing. I don't love staying in the same color scheme for 3 months in a row. I love to change every month. That was one of the reasons why I personally moved out of Plum paper after using them for several years. This is their normal colorful color scheme. It's brighter, as you can see. You go through the teals, the purples, the greens, the peaches, but it is brighter than their new option. And let me show you their new option, and then we'll show the neutral. This is their new option, their modern color scheme, which has more navies, and there is not the ombre going on. So you don't have, let's do that. You don't have the ombre effect. You're changing every month, which I prefer, and I like these colors. So you have like navy, the teal, a green, April is peach, May is that golden mustard yellow, which I actually like that color. And then you start back over. So there are 6 colors that you rotate through, and then you start back over. Navy, teal, a light green, a peach, I would call it, you know, the mustard yellow, and a gray. So that is your modern color scheme. This is your colorful color scheme, and that goes in the ombre. And then you have your neutral. Neutral is this dark gray with kind of a purple hint thrown in there. To me, it's just not very happy. It's too much dark. If I'm going neutral, I want more of a light neutral that I could add colors to and feel a little happier. I just personally don't love their neutral. It's a purplish. It really is a purplish, you know, dark gray. So that is their neutral. This, once again, is their colorful. And if you want a closer look at the colorful or the neutral, that is in my 2020 video, a full walkthrough of these and these different layouts, and I will pop that in. I also have a daily layout in that video. So there was 3 different layouts in that video. I will pop in that 2020 video link down in the description. I just wanted to show you guys that in this video so you could see the different color options, because in each of the planners this year, I got the new modern color scheme. I couldn't help myself. Okay, let's talk about the Discbound first. So you can pick coiled from them. Plum paper is a customizable planner. There are so many options on it that you get to pick and choose to customize for yourself. They also sell them unpunched. Now you can even put in your own events digitally, kind of like Golden Coil and some other companies have started. So you can upload calendar events. You can pick and choose which holidays you include. Like I said, you can go discbound, coiled, or unpunched. You can start it any month that you want. You can add extra pages and tabbed sections on the back. Oh, this one has the ERIN CONDREN cover on it. I know people are going to ask me about if you can use an ERIN CONDREN. Okay, Plum paper, this is kind of confusing on the cover. You can get a removable cover with Plum paper, but you have to choose it. I believe how you do that. And if it's not clear, then definitely email them and ask, because I might be remembering this wrong. You have to put it in the notes, like the personal notes of your cover or of your planner that you're buying, that you want it to be the interchangeable. I don't know why that's so confusing on there. It's really confusing how to get an interchangeable cover with them. But if you wanted to be able to use an ERIN CONDREN cover and pop your ERIN CONDREN covers on and off of Plum paper, you need to ask them for an interchangeable cover, or you will just have to cut this one off. So Plum paper covers come with a really thick plastic, and then their covers are actually really thick. Their covers are coated and like plastic and feel like placemat material on both sides, can bend, could take water. So honestly, unless you're taking yours in a bag or you really like to protect your cover because you just don't want any marks on it, if you're just at home with it, I mean, it would honestly be fine without the plastic over it. Although I personally like the extra stability that the plastic adds, because, you know, when your book is folded back on itself and writing on it, that adds more stability. But here's an ERIN CONDREN cover on your Plum paper. As you can see, your tabs will show some with the ERIN CONDREN because the covers are not as wide as the Plum paper. So here is the Plum paper cover. Here is the ERIN CONDREN cover. The ERIN CONDREN is, you know, a little bit less in width, but it still works because the coils are the exact same. So it pops in and out of your Plum paper coils. You could use your Plum paper covers, if you get interchangeable ones, on your ERIN CONDREN too. So that's an option. But just on the Plum paper, the tabs are going to stick out a little bit. I personally would be fine with that. So you just have to know if you're fine with that. But that is an option. With Plum paper, there are so many options on which layout you even get. So I'll show you the layouts I chose. They have daily options, they have weekly options, they have homeschool options, teacher options, student options. There are so many options. And within each option, like this one, I could have put in like subjects, or I could have put in, you know, categories. Like this is my, you know, appointments. This is my channel work. I could put in those categories, but since I wanted to leave it open for me to play around it and possibly even use it for the year, I didn't put in those categories because it might change as my year goes on. I've learned my life changes. When I used Plum paper, this is actually the layout I used, and I did pre-type those in one of them, I think. And I ended up wanting to change it mid-year because your life changes and things morph. And so I learned that I don't like to have those pre-typed in there. Although it looks really cool and fun, I like it to be able to be kind of fluid and changing with my life. So this is the me layout, a vertical me layout. You have 6 categories basically, and you have very light gray lines. So if you like lines to write on and you want categories for your day, this layout worked so well for me. I'm using a very similar layout with Golden Coil right now, and that's why I said be able to switch into this one because I might try this one out and compare. This is a layout I used for at least 2 years, I believe, before I started my channel, maybe even 3 years. And you have a little calendar monthly layout there up in your top left that comes on this weekly view. You have a to-do list with very light little circles for tick boxes, a box down here for you to either write gratitudes for the week, wins for the week, a quote for the week, whatever you need to utilize that for. You have the exact same amount of space for Monday through Sunday. It is a typical Monday start on your week. And on your monthly layout, it is a typical Sunday start. Something to note about your monthly layout in Plum paper that I don't love. Your tab does not open to your monthly layout. So your tabbed page opens to kind of your goals or monthly events page. You can use this however you want, of course, but it is labeled birthdays, events, things to remember. 2 little label boxes at the bottom, 3 circles for goals or maybe intentions, focuses, top 3, a page to use for anything you want for the month, journaling, memory keeping, meal planning. So you have your tabbed page open to kind of this monthly planning layout here. And then you go into your actual monthly layout. In your actual monthly layout, you have room for notes. You have very little header space, which I love because it gives you bigger boxes. Your boxes are a little bit more on the rectangular side. You have your holidays, if you choose those, noted at the bottom of the boxes in very light gray. You have a look at your next month in the bottom right-hand corner. And you know what? We didn't start at the beginning. Let's start flow at the beginning. You have your nameplate page. You have a look at 2021 on 2 pages. Then you have a room for special dates fill in your whole year on 1 page, and they're kind of divided color-coded by quarter, which I like actually because it's just a very good visual, and they're lined. So very nice to use this for whatever you want. I love having this spread in each one of my planners. In fact, in my Golden Coil, I built in 3 of these spreads. You can use them for memory keeping. You can use them for future planning. I use one of mine for like putting the big bills that come up paid, like HOA and insurance that only come up, you know, maybe every quarter or twice a year. And then I also use them to note our well checks and dentist appointments so we can see that at a glance if we made those. Then they give you another one that's blank, not labeled by month, for ideas, plans, and goals. So of course you could label them by month and use it by month, or you could use them in categories for projects and goals and plans. Notes on the back of this as a blank page. And then you go straight into your January. This page sometimes does stick because of static electricity to this, which is, I guess, kind of good because then it opens to your monthly layout. Now, if you want it to open to your monthly layout, you could always paper clip it. Or if you don't need to use these pages, you could also just double side tape it to here. And so then it would open to your monthly layout. So those are options. This page is slick. So this is actually slick. It's cardstock. It's much thicker. But I wish they would change it that it's not slick. I mean, it's good, I guess, if you're going to spill water or jam on it, but it's not good for writing. I found that I had to write like with a Sharpie fine point marker so that it wouldn't smear on here. I know there's other options that might not smear, but that was the one that I found the best, and that also dried really quickly. On your weekly layout, this is something else to note. When you are changing months midweek, you have where they give you your last month in a light gray to show you, and then starting your new month. Let's see if I can I need to show you a month that's like starting. Well, February 1 is starting on a Monday, so that is great, but that's not going to be a good example. March 1 is starting on a Monday. Wow, is 2021 just so set up that way for us? Okay, so here's one. March is going to end. I'm going to show you how that ends. When your month ends, you have to decide if you're using this month for your whole weekly layout or this week. You have to pick which week because they double give you the weeks. You can either just use the colored days if you like to not split your month. If you like to split your month, I should say, and if you don't mind your week being split and you want to use like all your March with March, and then you want to start April with April, then you would just ignore the grayed out days and you would use March up till Wednesday, and then you would start April on Thursday. I can't do that because planning, I have to see my whole week at once, and I don't want to double write a week. So when I used Plum paper, I would have to ahead of time choose which one of these I was using. It was usually the one with less gray in it. This one is split equally, so I probably would have just switched to the new month because I tend to like to go ahead rather than stay behind. So I would actually paper clip this page shut because if not, I would accidentally write in it. I would paper clip this and I would paper clip to here so that I would flip from the last week to starting the 29th. So until I pass that section, I would have to paper clip it like that when I use this planner, or else it gave me major issues and I was writing stuff on the wrong week, and then I'd have to rewrite it. So just know that is the way that their weeks are split and end midweek. They give you basically the same week twice. Not basically, they do. So you have to decide how to handle it, and that is how I preferred to handle it. So that's how your months flow. At the end of the month, you also get a notes page for that month. It's labeled, January, and then you go into February. You get the February kind of dashboard page and the February starting notes page with the dashboard. Then it is your monthly layout. Then you go into your weekly layouts, and just how lovely that February 1 and March 1 start on a Monday, right? For us planner people, we love that. Then when your month ends, once again, you get a February lined page, your March dashboards, your March monthly, and then your weekly. These disc-bound pages I have put on InkWELL press discs here, and they absolutely work perfectly. I love InkWELL press discs because they are a smaller 1-inch disc. Of course, you can buy discs anywhere. I've heard Levenger brand is great. I have Happy Planner discs, but they're bigger. I believe they're 1.5. And I really prefer the 1-inch. So I love the InkWELL press, and that's what I had. This is InkWELL press rose gold. They are aluminum. They're good metal, hardy discs. I would recommend going with an aluminum disc. And I personally, if I'm going to use the Discbound, I like a hardcover. So I've also put the daily layout in a hardcover InkWELL press. And that's the way I prefer it. No, it's not as pretty as the Plum paper cover, but it gives me more stability when I am writing. And that's what I prefer. So in this daily, I put it in InkWELL press cover. I love that you can just put in as many pages as you want. You could make a combination weekly daily planner. So you could have your week and then you can't have your daily pages behind it because you flow into the next week. So you can have all your daily pages for like a month after your weeks. You could put in all your daily pages. And then you would just have to use, paper clips or page, markers of some sort to be able to flip. But you could have your weeks for the month and then daily pages for the month. So you can make a combination planner, for whatever you need it to be. If you don't need a daily page per month, you could just put extra notes pages, which you can order from Plum Paper after all your weeks of the month so that you can just use them when you need them for dailies. That's what a Discbound is great for, is customizing and moving pages around, not having to have a big, thick planner and carry your whole year at once, being able to build whatever system you need. So we will get into the daily page layout. This is the me layout, and that is the way that it flows. I would say in the modern color scheme, June is kind of the saddest color to me. It is kind of similar to their neutral color, but a little bit lighter, and it makes me kind of sad. I don't love it. But all the rest of the neutral colors, I love how their lines in between are colored. I love the color that's brought into each month and how it changes every month and how it's not in the ombre like they're colorful, so that you're not having the same color scheme for 3 months in a row. I really am glad they brought in this new color scheme. It's made me, like I said, consider using them again. July's a little dark being navy, but it's not as sad as like the June color. See, and I just can't get behind June being sad because it's bright, it's happy. It's the month of 3 birthdays in our family of 4, so it has to be a happy month for us. It's also, the month school is out. So there's your teal. I kind of wanted to let you see this color scheme on, within the planner each month. Your green, but the color is not so bright that it takes over, whereas you could add in whatever stickers or color you want for the month. I really feel like. I do like that's like a fall color. It flows with it. In December, it's kind of sad. So I would have to add in a lot of stickers and happy December colors. But that's your option. This is not your whole 12 months. This is 7 months, I think. No, I put all 12 months. Okay, this is all 12 months. Okay, so that's what I did in this one to show you guys. This is all 12 months of your weekly planner in here. And it even has some extra notes pages. So you can choose to add in extra sections. They have like fitness pages, budget pages, housekeeping pages, all kinds of extra page sections. I put in some extra notes pages, just blank. And whenever you put in the extra note pages, they give you a divider saying what it is. I love that. And I love how in Discbound, then if you don't want them, you can take them out. If you need them for certain seasons, you can put them in. I got some dot grid to show you guys. I got some contacts to show you guys, passwords. Actually, I believe the contacts and passwords and the 2022 come with every planner. I believe those are not what I ordered, but the notes pages you add on. They have really good pockets. They are substantial. They come up high. They are on both sides, but they also have these amazing, and you can add on. I don't know what the limit is, but I know you can add on some of these. They're really thick, clear pockets onto here that you can add on to any planner, but Discbound is amazing because you can keep them and use them for the next year and have extras. They have different sizes of planners. You guys, I had to order this Christmas cover. That's around the time I was ordering it. And then I didn't get around to this review until obviously after the new year. But this cover is so beautiful. I'm glad I have it because I just think it's lovely. They have some really beautiful covers. So that is the Me 1 year planner. The 1 year with some notes pages fits on the 1-inch InkWELL press discs. Let's look at the daily layout real quickly. And then we're going to look at the homeschool planner that I built. The daily layout, and last year I show in my 2020 video, which I will link down below, I labeled each one of these sections. You can label them anything you want. But what I found, even when I was playing around in the daily planner, I didn't use it for a long, substantial amount of time, but is that my sections, how I wanted to use them, would change, kind of how I mentioned in the Me planner layout. So I didn't want to label these because, as I said, different days and different times in my life, I want to use them for different things. But every single one of these can be labeled with whatever you want. So it could say top 3. It could say appointments, because that's where your appointment times would generally go, how they have it outlined. It could say channel work. It could say gratitude or reflect or journaling for whatever you want to do down there at the bottom. So your daily page has a top 3. I do love how they have a top 3 and how they're shaded and they stand out and they're in the upper left. That is perfection. I love how they utilize the whole real estate of the page, and there is a very little border at the top or header up there. So you just have Saturday the 13th. You have full pages for Saturday and Sunday in here, which is amazing, right? You have a shaded box. You have a list section here, a writing section here, and a tick off box section here. This is 7x9, but you can get daily planners in an A5 size. And you can also get their planners in an 8.5x11 size. So many options. However, their modern color scheme, I believe, only comes in a 7x9 right now, at least when I placed my order. So this one only comes in a 7x9. That's what this one is, and that's why I went ahead with a 7x9. I would love to get an A5 daily to show you guys sometime. I think that makes a perfect daily size for so many people. That is your daily option, and I only put 5 months in here. Yeah, 5 months into this InkWELL press cover 1-inch discs, and you have plenty of extra room. But I just thought if I was actually using this as my daily, because my daily I don't use for pre-planning because I use a weekly planner, daily is just my list. And so I didn't need all the months up there for pre-planning and such. And I like to carry around a smaller amount like in a daily planner. So that's just an option you have with Discbound. Now, if you get their coil, you're going to find their coil is very similar to ERIN CONDREN. Like I said, that's why the cover fits, but they only have a silver coil. So that's their only option right now. Like I said, did I get this removable? Yeah, I didn't ask for it. So you have to make sure to put it in the notes, order and ask for your cover to be removable. They have so many covers to choose from. You have the same beginning pages in every planner. So your special dates, your ideas, plans, and goals are the same. You go into your monthly layout. You have your dashboard pages first, but like I said, this page sometimes sticks to the thicker cardstock, which works out well for me. And this layout I chose, let's go to a little bit happier color month. I just like to see the color. And so you can see how much the color pops through because they didn't do the color on the in-between lines here, whereas in the Me planner, they did do the colors on the in-between lines. So you have to look at each different layout that you're looking at. They're choosing to do the color in different ways. There's a lot more color on this Me layout page than there is on, this is one of the student planners, I believe, not teacher ones. Although many of the student and teachers are very similar. But this is one of the student ones, I believe. And you can put your subjects down here. And then you have your days of the week. All through Monday through Friday are bigger, and then Saturday and Sunday are tiny. Because if you're just using this for a homeschool planner or even for a planner for school, like for the kids to keep track of their assignments, middle school, high school, college, right? Or a teacher, you don't need that room on Saturday and Sunday because you're not using it for those days like normal. Wins for the week, I put that in so you can label that box whatever you want. You can label this whatever you want. You can label this box. I forgot to mention that. But I did not label those in my other planner because I like it to be open, to think about how I'm going to use it through the year. So I chose my son's subjects and then stuck those in here. I love the way that this planner turned out. For pen testing, I'm going to show you in my planner from 2020 just because the paper has not changed. So I just didn't feel like redoing a pen test. Here are all the pens that I used for 2020, Papermate flares, mild liners, even a fountain pen, friction. And this kind of shows you that some gel pens, you have to give a little time to dry, like this one I gave enough time to dry. But here's the same pen where my hand accidentally went right back over it. Because their paper is so smooth, it has really no tooth. It is not slick or shiny, but it is really smooth. It is substantial 80-pound paper. But some pens you have to give time to dry. Many people, though, love this paper because it is just so smooth that your pens just glide over it. I mean, so quickly. Many people love that. So it really just depends on what kind of paper you like. You can see there is no bleed through, barely any show through at all. This was a layout I reviewed last year. So if you're interested in it, check out that 2020 video linked down there in the description where you can label each section. And in this one, I did label each section. but this is a really popular layout, I think. If you have less to do on Saturday and Sunday and you like to have habit trackers and kind of lots of boxes to divide up your day and a little bit wider sections for each day, I think this is a really good layout. I like it myself. I just don't love it in neutral, but I think I would love this in the new modern color scheme. So that is the pen test. These are the layouts that I picked for this year in the new modern color scheme. This is a full 12-month planner. I started in January, but you can start any month you want. Daily planners, I believe you can only go up to 6 months because of just the coil, and you wouldn't want to carry around the bigger planner. But with Discbound, you can order the whole 12 months in your daily planner. I did. So I think that's actually, you can get a better bargain that way. I'm not positive. You'd have to look at the prices. You can get your whole 12-month planner and then just put it in and out of your discs as needed. So that is an option. I would love to hear your thoughts down below on Plum paper. If you have used them, I know lots of people have. Tell me all your thoughts and your experience. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves. Happy planning, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.